More than just a podcast. More than just an awesome community. More than just videos. More than just transcripts and audio files. More than just hangouts where you can speak with friends. More than just lessons. More than just intensive courses. Mandarin Monkey. It's Mandarin, but more.
Mandarin Monkey 广播时间
All right. Hi there. Welcome back to the Mandarin Monkey Podcast, episode 241.
第241集。
所以我是唐明威，
我是 Yula。
我要告诉你故事。We just had 10个分钟吗
？10分钟。
10分钟。的对话 ，and we didn't record it. Didn't record anything of it. Didn't record on this. We didn't record on that.
Yeah.
We didn't record. And it was a good conversation as well. We're having a good conversation about it. And now I just feel 很尴尬如果我们有一样的对话 So
要吗？今天好冷哦，今天只有6度哎。
6度对啊 I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Let me double check.
应该是82吧？
不是82，是42。
你怎么知道
？Because we've done this before. Let me just okay, let's replay the entire conversation. Here we go.
Yeah. 我好冷哦。
今天很冷啊，可是6度对不对
？Yeah.
Yeah, 6度。
42度
很冷。Different kind of 不一样的冷了，对不对
？Yeah.
So we found out that in Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in American. Hang on, sorry, Americans. Give me a sec. Yeah, it's 42.8 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Here in the UK this morning.
好冷哦。
今天早上很冷，所以我们需要穿很多衣服。I know I didn't say that last time. 但是就是不一样的冷，对不对？在台湾
是什么冷？
台湾跟英国是不一样的冷，
对，我们刚刚说英国，现在你说台湾好了。台湾的冷是什么冷？
就是很深的冷，对不对？ So I can think it's a deep 冷，但是英国是 maybe a surface 冷。你怎么想？
我吗
Yeah, because you said after that you like 是 something 冷。你记得吗？
在英国的冷是你可以穿防风外套、防水外套的冷。
You can wear waterproofs, yeah.
只要你穿好了，然后拉链拉好了，就 OK 了，没事。但是呢，台湾的冷是你不管是穿几件外套，你还是很冷。
对，
因为台湾没有 radiator， 你就会就是到处都在冷。
所以 yeah， 你的房子、你的家是很冷，isn't it inside？ 所以
除非你会自己买那种 stand up radiator，那种的才可以。但是它那种其实它的 power 没有到很大，它没有很强，所以不像英国的 radiator， 它就是每个地方每个房间都有，会让你觉得好冷。台湾是这么冷，
你等 until 冬天，然后我们需要去 go to the car， 然后会有很多冰 ，we have to scrape the 冰 off the car。
对啊，你需要戴手套。
我需要手套，对啊，但是我没有手套。Kyrie 有手套，对不对？
Yeah， 他有一个粉色的羊毛手套，
有羊毛，对啊。但是
妈妈买给你
不可以wear 那个羊毛的手套，因为他们会变很湿，对不对？
对。
So you need the other one。The other kind， 但是我不知道这是什么 material。
你需要
不是羊毛，
防水的。
Is it 防水吗 ？Well, no, it's like nylon or something。我不知道什么的 material， 对不对？
好烦哦！
我不知道那是什么，但是 yeah， you need 很特别的手套，对不对？And then你可以帮我scrape the car。
然后我要帮孩子。
你帮孩子吗？
我们要把孩子送上车。
OK， 然后你会去 wait， 你等我。
我等你。8点要出门，你7点半，
对啊，
你要开始。
对。
OK。
Yeah。
这样子我们才会变得很温暖。
Yeah。Actually said before， 以前你说你要去我们的花园，然后下雪你要玩嘛，对不对？
我想要就是今年的圣诞节可以下雪。因为我记得去年 last year 我看到很多妈妈在很多英国的妈妈 在 Facebook 上面就在拍英国的下雪的影片。
Yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
对啊，我想要。
Yeah.
现在我们有我们的花园，所以我们可以在我们的花园玩雪。不过很冷哦。
And then we can actually sing. 我们可以唱歌那个歌是Do you wanna build a snowman?
对啊。
And Kyrie会 explode with excitement.
对，他会很开心。
If it's nice, 我们不知道。
对啊，他们会这样像跟我一样，就在地板上，很开心，看到雪就是很兴奋。
Yeah, it's exciting. Oh, snow angels. 你的意思是 snow angels 天使吗？
对，天使翅膀，躺在地上，然后你的手就在旁边画。
Yeah.
然后就很像翅膀一样。
Yeah.
对呀，可爱。
但是your clothes 你的衣服会变很湿。
对啊，没关系啊，很湿你就脱掉再穿另外一件就好。
You have to go in and close. Yeah. That's it. You're right. Anyway, yeah. How far did we get? How far did we get into that 对话? We just replayed. So that was like.
我忘记了。
Where did we end before I noticed that it wasn't recording?
不知道哎。
Was that it? Is this new now?
应该是这样吧。
Are we in the new area?
对。
So we just fast forwarded through a 10-minute conversation in like 6 minutes, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, that was like a replay of 我们的对话 before we noticed that we weren't recording. But now, 现在我们
太好笑了。我们两个都好生气哦。在干嘛？
对啊。
在干嘛？一直说在干嘛
？We got it. But we got it in the end. Look, we're here now.
Yeah.
We're here now. 所以没关系。Yeah.
你们好啊。
Yeah, you're right. How's it going, everybody? Welcome, by the way, to somebody who is basically magical. Let's have a look.
对，他成为了我们一个 mystery
Yeah,
patron.
Stephen. Stephen managed to welcome Stephen.
欢迎你，不管怎么样，欢迎你。
Yeah. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. So welcome. I have messaged you just to find out what's going on, and we'll see. Okay, that's a new development. That's 奇怪. Anyway.
新朋友。
So welcome, Stephen. Thank you very much for joining. That confused me. Now look at the top one. 你知道吗？
Yeah.
是奇怪。
对啊，还蛮奇怪的。
Okay, weird. So welcome. We had a great set of hangouts actually this weekend. I know we talked about them briefly in the last one, but I want to bring it up front. We have 7 hangouts now.
Yeah. 我们对啊，因为我们在想，就是大家都是来 hang out，但是没有到一个那么的 structure 的感觉。然后很多人都说，我想要一个很 conversational 的一个中文练习 environment。所以我想说，好啊，那我们就来开一些open up 的topic discussions， 对不对？由 Benny 老师还有 Claire 老师 host 的topic discussion。
Yep.
所以他们会想，这个礼拜我们要来讲什么主题？那你们就可以加入，你们可以 book 这些 topic discussion， 然后来share 分享你们的故事、你们的内容。
你会说加入还是订？我会说订。
你也可以是订，你订完就加入了。
是一样。
Yeah.
都可以。
订完就加入。对啊。
Yeah,
所以呢，我们有更多的时间给我们的美国的学生，然后还有我们欧洲的学生的时间，让大家可以有更多的时间选择，
Yeah.
来 hang out， 跟我们练习中文。
Yeah, we opened up, and I think we're nuts, but yeah, we opened up. So we have 7 now. Hangouts every weekend, as we're just saying, and you were just saying there's 2 book clubs, there's 3 topic discussions, so we'll lay out a topic for that particular hangout, and then you'll discuss it, or you guys will pick it, and then we'll discuss it in that hour for that hangout. So you can just talk about some like relevant things to you, sort of thing. So maybe it will be, I don't know, 不知道手机 or 科技 or 政治 or I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
科学 And then you'll talk about that subject specifically for an hour. So you'll grow your vocab specifically within each topic. So there's 3 of those within different topics. And then me and Eula host 2 ourselves personally. So our teachers host 5 and then we personally host 2, which is kind of like a chat and then fun and games.
Yeah.
And you could do 7 of those for $10. Now I don't mean that in the sense of that you can book 7 for $10. What I mean is we host 7 and you can attend any of them for $10 a month every weekend. 你知道我意思吗？
对啊。
所以 like 每个月你会付I don't know why I'm doing it in 中文. Every month you pay $10 and for that $10 you get access to 7 rooms that happen every weekend and you can come to any of them. And as many as you like or fit in within your sort of schedule.
Yeah.
And that's $10 a month. It's a nuts price. I don't know why we're doing it. And
你后悔了吗？
I will hold way. And we know we well, we'll talk about that. But we'll talk about that for the future. But lots of people attend, lots of people come. So there's lots of other people to always come along. We're trying to fill up the new ones as well. We had a pretty busy couple last night. It was great to see some old friends.
真的
as well, because we've been off for a month, obviously sorting out 我们的生活情况。
已经1个多月没有看到大家，然后看到大家的时候就觉得哦，好想你们哦。然后听听大家的声音，听听大家最近发生什么事情，然后 being silly together。
对对对，
我觉得很可愛。
我喜歡，because I don't think a hangout is just simply for the
學習，
就是 for the 學習。It's also for, friends get together, get to know people. And it's been a lovely way of connecting everybody as well as 練習你的中文.
Yeah.
And I think it's worth more than it is, than it's priced at.
对啊，而且你就会开始like getting used to 说中文 even they know English. 就是你会开始习惯那样子的环境，就是你知道哦，我们都是美国人，我们都是会讲英文，但是我们用不一样的语言 and still we can connect。
对，
就是那种感觉是很不一样的，
很不一样。
对啊，
我真的喜欢我们的 hangout tiers， 我们的 member 的故事。他们告诉我的时候 ，like Ashley 他会说哦，他跟 delivery driver 会有对话 and she gained the confidence for that through attending the hangouts and stuff and using the language more freely and knowing that there's no judgment in the room. There's no at all in the hangout room. There's there's no bad feeling, and who else? Oh, Shannon was saying about talking. Ben was saying that
他们去按摩，
去按摩，然后他们跟按摩员
的人
会有对话，对不对？ And
说中文
it's great 故事 to hear when people are bringing their 中文 out to real life in real life situations.
真的
and having the confidence to try. Like 我知道the rudeness, right? Like 我们知道，所以 if woman I don't know 我们去 like pick up Kyrie or whatever 从他的学校的时候，然后我们看到 like 我们想哦，他是中国人吗？他是泰国人？他是日本人吗？我们
不知道是哪一个亚洲国家。
对啊，但是你需要 do you open with like 你好because maybe they're 日本人 and they're like what are you talking about? Go away.
Yeah.
Or oh no, I'm not Chinese.
对啊，我会觉得很尴尬。
You don't want to be rude. I wouldn't want to be rude.
对啊。
So how do you open those conversations? But I think Ashley was saying that she saw a name and it was in 中文 or on the phone or something on his phone.
他在 typing, yeah.
She was like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm not sure of the situation with Shannon and Ben, but it's awesome to hear the success stories that people come along with and say, I've actually brought some of these skills to real life. Because that's the point in it, right?
真的，就是你学了，你就是要用它。
Yeah, and I don't see the point as passing a HSK 3 or whatever it is, or HSK 4 test or whatever you want to do. I see personally, and I think a lot of people do, the point in learning in like a 中文, unless it's for 工作, for example, is communication. Even for 工作 it's for communication.
对，就要让人家知道你在讲什么，
对，
要让大家了解你想要说什么。
对对对，
还有就是当别人有需要帮忙的时候，你可以用这个语言，用中文去帮助他们。那个 achievement 是很不一样的 achievement，
就是不一样。
那个 achievement 是 way beyond you pass HSK 3 or 4。
只是我的 point， 所以如果 and 你可以去 like 做那个考试口试，然后 pass a test，没关系，这是很好， this is great。
对啊
You know, passing a test, that's all good and all this kind of stuff. 但是 I think the buzz you get, the energy you get from going to someone, speaking with them, and then having them go, oh, you speak 中文。
对啊
Oh, you know, you speak, you really? And you're like, yeah, you know, you speak and you start having a little conversation, even if it's an easy, like a little one, a brief one, you come out thinking, or you feel awesome by doing that.
真的 even 是只是 say hello 或是 even 只是 like one sentence two sentences， 但是它可以让你的一天变得很美好。It will make your day. It will make other people's day.
对啊，我记得以前啊，我说跟 who was it, like a 10年的person in there like stacking shelves or whatever she was doing, and I remember the first time I said like 你有买 something, 你有奶 or whatever it was.
应该是蛋吧
And I was no, Dan wasn't the first one.
哦，真的吗 ？Okay.
I mean, I think I've told you this 故事 before.
Yeah.
Maybe I used Dan in the example. Maybe it was Dan, yeah. But I you know, 你有买 and she was like, did it? They're over there. I remember it, and I was like, did you really?
你懂我的意
You're like,
思
I just said something,
Yeah.
and you understood what I said, and then gave me the answer to the thing. And it didn't matter whether I understood what she said. You know, it didn't matter. It was the fact that she understood me, and I was like, wow.
他好像
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I think the
很
hangout.
像一个 magic spell，
对
boom， 然后一切就不一样。
对，就是不一样 and it gives you so much motivation. I think there's great I don't know 我不知道如果就是 strengths 的对的单字，但是 it gives you there's great motivation in having a hangout with people, meeting other people who are learning, saying something, and people replying to you and being genuinely interested in what you're saying as you're trying, you know, and then using that confidence you're getting by practicing with people, you know, your friends essentially, and taking it out into the real world and having a conversation with a stranger.
Yeah.
There's great reward in that.
对啊，
And that's why $10 is just not mental.
我懂。
So there you go.
对啊，但是 to build up your confidence， 你的自信真的很有用，然后也会带给你很多的动力去用它。
Yeah.
Even just one sentence, two sentences， 然后 maybe afterwards 你不懂他在说什么，但是 at least you try。我觉得试试看，你真的要去试试看，你才会给自己很大的 compliment，
对，
给自己 support。
And 这个情况会给你 like 热情。
对啊
So like it doesn't. And I think mistakes as well. They play such an important. I think there's two sides to the jian on this point. Is like I had my Liu Chen Zhi
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
That is the bad side of mistakes,
对
I think.
对
But the good side of mistakes is I have to move it out of my way. Get out of my way. Do you know the nice thing about these microphones is they don't bang
对
when you do it.
对，就是你不会怕他们有声音，
Before they'd go gung, 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 if you touch them, but because they got the foam.
而且它不会电你，它不会 electrocute
No, I love it.
你的
没有
胡子可以在上面磨，
对啊 But they probably annoy the people.
来，好奇怪。
They're sitting on the train and going, why you stop rubbing your beard in the... it feels nice.
喜欢
Yeah, there's great strength, I think, in mistakes.
Yeah.
And but I think that hangout mistake is a different kind of mistake. Just a 不一样的 mistake. The Liu Chen is different because he treated me like an idiot.
对，
And
你要告诉他们故事了。
他们知道 I'll tell it again.
Yeah.
So I went to 我跟你的去了电影院
Yeah.
然后我们需要 like 我们要买 like 食物
Yeah.
饮料然后 like 我要 at that time 我要柳橙汁是 orange juice. So Eula says to me, oh you go, you order it. And I'm like, okay.
试试看 yeah.
Okay, like 我要一杯柳橙汁 and he went, and the guy came over and he was like, huh? And I said, 一杯柳橙汁 huh? And I was like, am I saying it wrong? Like I must be saying it wrong. So I looked at Eula and she smiled at me and was like, yeah.
你很棒
say it,
很棒
zaiten.
加油
And I was like, okay. eBay. I'm shouting now. 柳橙汁 and he was all like,
没有啦，他没有这样。
要什么？要什么？ And he looked at Eula like, what's he saying? And obviously now at that point, this is like three times rejected essentially.
Yeah.
My confidence is now crushing.
但是我在旁边，我
So
用我
I'm next to her again.
对我用我的眼睛跟 Tom 说你说的对
I
It's
can't
okay,
and
没事
Eula's like, yeah, that's right. And okay, eBay, 柳橙汁
Yeah.
Am I not saying it loud enough maybe perhaps, or I'm stumbling? And at that point, it was years and years ago. At that point, 没有口罩.
没有
So it's like it wasn't like my mouth was like stumbling. I mean, obviously I was nervous and like 一点点紧张 or whatever.
Yeah.
但是我试试看 I was just trying to speak to someone, right?
Yeah.
Other than Eula. And then after like the fourth rejection of me just saying this straightforward sentence, a lady came along who was another worker there, and she said,
他的
like,
同事
the 同事 the colleague, and said, 他要一杯柳橙汁 and he was like, oh, okay. As soon as she said it, I mean, she understood me. Even from afar, she understood me. He just didn't.
对啊
Now, I can put down to a couple of things. I looked at Eula. She understood what I was saying. That's fine, right? There could be bias there because obviously, we were together. But the woman understood me. She doesn't know me. And she understood,
对啊
she heard me talking. She understood what I meant. So I was saying it correctly. Just the guy, I guess, perhaps had some, maybe a Waigoran shock.
对，
of
因为
like,
我跟 Tom 说，就是如果你有些就 including 我的学生，他说如果你试试看要跟一个 waiters 或是 people 说一句话，但是他们给你的 reaction 是 huh the first time, I know to you 这是一种smash， 就是对你的 confidence 是一种 smash， 但是呢，为什么他们会有这种 reaction huh？是因为他们不 expect 一个外国人说中文，对，所以有两个 side， 就是我知道台湾人会有和这个 reaction， 是因为他们没有 expect you speak 中文，
对，
所以他们会有和，
但是
对，但是对于一个 learners 来说，这是一种 smash your confidence，
对，
所以我懂两边的。
我想就是哪个人是不一样，因为 like usually like 常常我会说我跟不知道会说话，然后我会说 I don't know 我要 where it is， 然后他们会说 just because they're going like 是外国人会说中文吗？ And then I say there's like 两次 like 2 times and they go okay 好 and then they'll go get it，
对
But this guy was 很笨 I think this guy was because it was like 4 or 5 times I said this thing again and again and again I was like，
而且他其实有一点点无理啦，就是他还是有一点点不是那么的 professional。
Yeah, I don't, I mean
他是有一点点 rude 的人。
Now, the first time it's like, okay, maybe he didn't hear me. Second time was like, okay, am I saying it wrong? Third time's like, okay, I must be saying it wrong now. Fourth time's like, okay, now you're smashing my confidence. Maybe I can't do this. And obviously your whole confidence just like collapses in front of you.
Yeah.
I would say this though. I say this in Taiwan, I haven't had many problems with that, if I'm honest. That was the only time I can recall where my confidence was broken like that. Early, just because I never really came across, as I say, I came across a lot of the shock thing, but usually it just the second time you say it, they're like, oh, okay, he's actually speaking Dongwon. Okay, we can carry on with the conversation now. And then they'll carry on with it. Because like you were saying, like they get the, oh, you can speak Chinese. That's really? Oh, what? So what did you say again? So can you say it again? I was just shocked that you're speaking to me. And it's not in English kind of thing.
对，很多人在我们常常去，比如说医院，或者是去餐厅， 去超市，然后有很多人看到 Tom， 他们就会开始就说 no，
对啊，
你去，
对，
他们就会叫他们的同事去，然后我就会过去说他会说中文，没有关系，
也没关系，
然后他们就会觉得OK 好
Yeah, they can relax. 然后
他们就会放松，然后就是开始就是很正常的就跟 Tom
对他们第一的问题是他会说中文吗
Yeah
like 很紧张 like nervous about it like 他会吗 And she's like 会 okay so they relax once you know you can speak 中文 But anyway so there's that I think that way of that now you see I didn't make a mistake there
没有
that was just like a bad
timing
bad timing
对
yeah wrong person wrong time
时机不对的时机
不对的时机 like if the woman served me at that time I might have had the 2 times like the shock and then okay you want to 称职
对
and
就
then
好
she would have got it and then my confidence would have been fine I'd be like I can do this but I walked away for a long time after that thinking actually I don't know if I can do this am I learning right am I saying it all wrong what am I
Yeah
now I don't 我不管 really
对啊现在因为你们都知道 Tom 他就是很喜欢 joke 的人你喜欢开玩笑 right 然后很多次他在台湾的路上你就很喜欢跟人家说笑话来你可以我忘记是什么但是就是可能在医院然后你看到一个护士他可能很生气吧然后他就会说你不喜欢你的工作吗你还好吗你心情不好吗然后那个护士就会笑他们就说没有啊没有心情不好对所以
some of them get it don't they some of them yeah
他们知道你在开玩笑所以这种自信这种 confidence 就是你会慢慢的就 gain 这些 confidence 从这些对话里面
you have to get it back
对
but I think that's what I quite like about Hangouts this is like a big 广告 isn't it this is what I quite like about Hangouts is that it's a safe area it's like a safe place to be to practice
对啊
and everyone sort of mixed levels and that kind of stuff and we don't level them out it's a hangout not a group lesson if you want a leveled group lesson we do those 2 so you can book those and they're fine but they cost more obviously we have to pay teachers so we can do it for free but we need to pay teachers so
对啊
but we can't really do it for free thinking about it we can't do it for free
我们需要吃饭啊
but we do 因为我们爱你
对啊
我们爱你们 so that's a safe place to be isn't it so you can't really make a mistake and then feel rubbish about it in a hangout no one's going to go what because 因为如果你用 like a 部队的
态度
单字我们会说试试看了不一样的办法
对啊试试看
like 不一样的 like 如果你不知道怎么说 we've always said this we say this every time in the podcast as well if you don't know how to say something try a different way to say it
真的
like maybe you don't know the word for like the like 独眼生
独眼兽
there you go 独眼生 and a cyclops right and you need to think what and you say 他们有 like 一个眼睛在他的头上 they will get it we'll get it eventually and then we'll be able to say that and you're practicing more 中文 to try and work your way around it
真的
actually and this is the kind of the idea behind Mandaboo isn't it which is the Mandarin Monkey game coming out very soon app yeah I winked sorry for people listening I winked
yeah yeah 对啊就是用不一样的方式去解释用更简单的单字去解释你就会觉得 maybe 你不知道一些 like professional term 你不知道 academic term 但是你可以去 describe it 就像英文一样就是我学了英文这么多年但是我不一定知道 all the professional terms 但是我可以用简单的英文 to describe 让大家知道我的意思是什么这就是一种试试看啊就是你的态度你的 attitude 要对那你的 attitude 对了之后呢 people naturally 就是 people 就会来帮你他们就会来帮你
and 我们没有 like 人like 大家有 like 很好的态度对不对
真的大家都很开心
上午 like 而且我以为我们只有we had 一个人有不好的态度。
有吗？
一个人，只有一个。
哦
Yeah， 但是现在他们关。
哦，真的
Yeah，
我好好奇是谁哦。我不知道有这个人欸。
Yeah.
Maybe maybe.
Yeah, that person had a bit of a bad, the wrong way to learn something. You know, if you're going to learn something, don't come in aggressive. Don't come into learning aggressive. Come in with an open mind.
对，
知道吗？
对，如果别人他们 make mistakes， 你就帮助他们，不要 to judge them。
Yeah，
我觉得这个很重要。对啊。
Yeah. So I think essentially everyone who's coming in, especially beginners, got to come in learning Zhongwen. That you have to think you're a baby. You're basically like a baby. You're a small child. I'm not trying to be patronizing. You're essentially a small child learning a new thing.
真的啊。
And you can't get angry about something you don't know. You just have to accept it because it's a new thing to you. So it's like, okay, you can't argue with it. And actually, I did that. I've done that before where I'm like resisting it. And that's because I'm an adult and it's difficult to not question. When someone says, oh, 问为说为什么? We don't say why, we say 为什么? You're like, why do you say that? Why do you say three words instead of one word? I don't understand. Don't question the what, just it is what it is. Just try and remember what it is, you know, sort of thing.
对，把自己当成 baby 就是 learn baby stage， 我觉得这个很重要。因为没有人一下子 like in one night 你就可以变得很厉害很 fluent，没有啦，你还是要就是像小 baby 一样，他们就是要慢慢的学，慢慢的听，要听很多，然后说很多，他们才可以学到真正的。
I guarantee you this. If 如果 like someone had enough money and they did the intensive course again and again for you tell me if someone went in, let's say name someone at one of our hangout tiers.
Name someone. Kara,
okay,
she's going to do it.
The intensive course, okay, great. So if Kara went in and did 3 intensive courses back to back, how much will her Zhongwen, do you think, in your opinion, how much would it improve at the other end?
如果她真的就是有 do the enough review after lessons.
If she full-timed it, like because she's retiring, right? She full-timed it. She did 3 back-to-back intensive courses. Like basically she's just intense for 6 weeks. How do you think her Zhongwen would 进步 at the end of it?
一定会进步啊 right 就是must be， 这是 must， 就是一定会进步，就是看你要付出 how much effort you put in。 如果你真的是 like put all the efforts into this course， 然后你下课之后你是不断的练习这个单字，然后跟你的老师练习，然后自己练习，洗澡的时候也练习，吃饭的时候也练习的话，
对，
那你当然就会进步，这是一定的。
And that's the if you're willing to put the time in. So if you're a normal person, okay, I'm literally dying of something in here. I don't know what it is, but it's not helping me breathe.
小心，不要靠在
Yeah, sorry, 不好意思。如果你是一般人 you're like a normal person, 然后你有工作，你有生活，你有孩子，you can study at your own pace, right? Which may be an hour a day or 20 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day or whatever it is. You try and do something, you know? That's normal, right? You might take a couple of years to get good at it. You might take a few years to get good at it. You'll probably take a few years to get good at it.
Yeah.
And that number of years, and depends on how good you want to get at it, at the thing you want to do. It's with any skill. It's not just Zhongwen. It's any skill.
真的
The more you do it, the better you'll get. So the intensive course obviously is designed specifically to speed that up, because you're doing it like every other day.
对
Or it depends how you book it, right? But every day, every other day, solidly 22 hours within 2 weeks. Homework, you're doing it when you finish the live one-on-one chats and then you come at the end with a presentation sort of thing.
对啊
So you're doing it real intense the whole time. So you're constantly got input, output. You're doing you're speaking it so much.
对
You have to come out having improved. The problem is trying to keep up the intensity after you've finished.
对，不是说你完成了一个 course 你就 super， 你就 become super， 其实没有，就是你要开始就是慢慢的把你要有习惯，就是你的习惯是什么，你要知道，是你每天都要1个小时读中文吗？还是你只有10分钟读中文？这习惯不一样，就会给你有不一样的 progress。对，所以如果你像学生一样 ，like a student， 这样一直学，努力的学，不断的学，然后1年2年之后，你一定会有一个 level 在。对，还有就是那个 confidence 也是啊，你要真的去用它，你才会有那个 confidence。有很多的 aspects， 就是你要去想你的目标是什么。你今天只是要去台湾读书吗？所以你需要 pass 一个考试，一个 test。那你就是要像学生一样，每天就是 for the test， 就是一直读书。那如果你今天只是要去旅游，要去 for traveling， 那你就要很认真的学很多 traveling vocabulary。所以你的目标是什么？你的 progress 是会跟着你的，会 follow 你的习惯。
对呀，但是你需要用你的语言，对不对？所以如果 like 今天的单词是合同还是商机电视，然后明天你需要说电视合同商机，然后下天你需要用。所以如果这个密集课是很紧绷 in like 1个主题2个主题3个主题 whatever it is， 你会说 like 很多科技的单词，然后 but after 以后你需要用，
也是要用，对，
你需要用这个单。Now this could take the shape. This could be difficult, obviously, if you've booked 2 weeks off, you've started the course and that kind of thing, and then you finish the course, and then you've got nowhere else to practice. 但是this is为什么我们给你 private lessons， 对不对？
对呀。
So you can continue those conversations with somebody a week afterwards, you know, or within that week, and then the week afterwards, you can maintain it. 但是 it's interesting， 很有趣 how quick 很快你的单字会去，你的记忆会忘记了，
会不见。
不见如果你不用那个单字，对不对？
一样，对，我懂。
Yeah, so 我要一杯柳橙汁。
好的，没问题。
Great, that was easy. That was easy. Why couldn't he just give me the orange juice?
而且不是说柳橙汁 has some kind of similar pronunciation to other drink， 也没有，它就是一杯柳橙汁，是 orange 就是柳橙汁。
It could not be anything else. I couldn't be saying.
对啊，它不可能是 Coke， 它也不可能是 cranberry juice， 它不可能，它就是柳橙汁。
如果你在英国的，然后你去电影院，你要饮料，然后你说我要like I want。Even 如果你的英文很不好，但是你说 like quite close to the, so you said like I want an orange juice, then they'll still understand it. They might go, sorry, say it one time. I want an orange juice. They'll still get it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how you could say or unless you said a completely different word. Do you know what I'm saying? 你知道我意思吗？
我懂。
Unless you went, I want apple juice, then that's different.
Apple.
But even if someone said apple, I want, can I have 1 cup of apple juice? I'd still get them an apple juice. I just think you say apple, awesome. Apple, and then there's your apple juice. 谢谢。柳橙汁。
对啊 but excuse those people， 因为呢他们真的是没有听到很多外国人说中文啦。你说在英国那么多不一样的人在这边，他们说的那个 accent 都很不一样，所以你会很 used to it。
I think
你会很习惯。
I think I can't reach it. I think that in here people who speak Zhongwen are disinterested. They're not interested in speaking Zhongwen with you. I think.
为什么？
I don't know. I don't know 为什么，但是 if you 去那个 takeaway or something， 然后说话 or they might speak 他们会说广东话
Yeah.
and they won't understand what you're saying or they don't want to or something 我不知道 or maybe they just speak English. Some of them like the guy at the campsite and stuff and we were like, oh, they're here on holiday obviously, aren't they? But they walk past and they're like, hello mate, you're right. I'm like, the what? They weren't here on holiday at all. They're like more English than I am.
对啊，他们的英国腔还比你棒
That was me judging a book by its cover and was wrong.
Yeah, 现在的世界不一样了。
对啊。
The world is different.
Yeah.
The game is different.
Well, it's just different. Yeah, it's just 很有趣. Because I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude to anyone and offend anyone or whatever. So it's just, I don't know. You have to be careful. I don't know.
你有没有很想念 like you miss 在台湾说中文
I do it. You remember we were at that cafe and I still said 谢谢
Yeah.
and like Pu Yong and stuff. Like someone said, do you want to sugar or Beyond or yeah. I still
你想还是
I still think it.
很习惯说中文
The way even at like Costco, I expect them to go like Tong Bian or Hui Yan Ka.
Yeah.
And they don't say it.
但是没有
Yeah.
你想他们吗
I do. I'm so used to speaking Zhongwen in outdoor situations. I've had it now for so many years. I've only been here a couple of months, not even 2 months, right?
快了
Yeah, nearly.
Yeah,
nearly. I haven't got used to it yet.
你的 mode 你的模式还是在中文
My mode for the last several years has been go outside.
中文
When you go outside, you speak Zhongwen. When you're inside, you speak Ingwen with the kids.
对
And so when I get outside and people like speaking English, it's 奇怪
Yeah.
一点点奇怪
对啊，这就跟现在如果我要在家里面说中文跟 Kyrie 跟 Mason 还有 Mike 说中文我也会觉得有一点点奇怪
真的
因为在以前在台湾的时候我们都是说英文嘛
对
就是希望他们有很多的英文 input
Yeah.
但是现在在英国我们现在慢慢的 change 我们要改变成在家里面说中文在外面说英文
对 I don't 我不知道 I mean I yeah 我不知道their stage we have 我们有我们的计划对不对我们有语言的计划 and I want to start introducing more 中文 into the household maybe we should do it slowly and just start leaking it
对啊
in and you know
那你会
we do
okay,
it but
yeah. 但是那你的家人呢你的爸爸妈妈姐姐就一定要英文
yeah it's like 你的妈对不对
但是会不会你可不可以在他们的 in front of them 但是跟 Kyrie 说中文
I can yeah
你会
Yeah,
You think 你觉得你可以
Yeah,
但是你需要来 translate 就是你会跟你的姐姐说哦我刚刚说什么
Yeah, but 但是我的爸爸我的姐姐会问我你什么意思什么意思这是什么意思这是什么意思
Yeah
You know if I say I don't know you know if I say whatever
你要去尿尿吗
去尿尿 whatever it is yeah 你可以帮我给我那个尿布
Yeah
And they're like what does that mean and I'll have to constantly 翻译
Yeah
for them
你就会变成那个 translator
Yeah, that's okay
你就会感觉到我在台湾的压力
Yeah
要不断的 translate 对啊
Well yeah that depended on the situation didn't it Shush
Yeah 就是干嘛
You didn't even take any notice of me 我洗碗那没关系我就是好笑
那就是我不知道我的家人就是他们很喜欢说话跟你说话他们很喜欢用中文跟你说话 and look at me Okay right this is this 这是情况他们会跟我说 like look at me and talk to you if that makes sense
Yeah No they will say has he been to the doctors Has he been to the doctors?
No 我的妈妈
How did the doctor what did the doctor say about your stomach?
对他们就是会
你可以问我 You can 问我
他在那边啊就是在这边 OK 我的老公在这边你可以问他但是他们就会很习惯已经就是 used to it 就他们就习惯看着我跟 Tom 说话
但是我跟你的妈妈你的父母的习惯是不一样跟你跟我的父母
Yeah
I think they treat you like a human being and not like a toy. I don't know. I'm not like a toy, but like a novelty thing that's hanging around. 你知道我意思吗?
Yeah, but 你是
I'm like a decoration.
你是不是？你是我妈妈第一个看到的外国人。
Yeah.
就是 in her life.
What was that? Yeah.
就是你是她第一个，所以她会很害怕。even 已经5年了，她看到你还是会觉得很害怕。
奇怪。
很怕跟你说中文。
I did joke with her a few times though.
对啊，而且我妈妈都 get them。有啦。如果我翻译的话，
如果你翻译，
我翻译的话，他就会觉得很好笑。
但是我会用中文，对不对？跟他说话 ，and 开玩笑我会用中文
，yeah，
and then you need to say, oh, he was joking.
Yeah, sometimes 对啊，有时候啦。
You're joking.
有时候你的 joke 比较不一样的时候 ，yeah， 但是有时候他还是会觉得你很好笑。
Yeah，
对啊，所以这是我们家庭现在的状况。
对啊 ，but my parents were not. They're not worried about speaking to you. There's not like you're just a person to them, and my wife. So they're like, love
I'm
you.
not just a person. 我是他们的 daughter and sister.
Daughter-in-law, yeah. So that's what I mean. Like but you're a human being, and they'll sit next to you and talk to you about your life and like, oh, what's going on? How do you feel? You're right, and like what about school? And have you met anybody, mums and this kind of stuff? 但是就是不一样 like.
Yeah,
your mom's not going to ask me that.
然后她太 traditional， 她是一个非常传统的妈妈。
Yeah.
对啊。
Yeah. I don't know, you say that. I think this is not 不是 traditional, 就是你的妈妈。
Yeah, 她就是比较害羞。
I think in Taiwan, 你有 like a 很 mix of 就是不一样的父母 and some will be really friendly and traditional.
当然啊，对啊。
And some will be really like, but that's like normal. Like even here, you'll find parents who are like douchebags.
不一样的
they treat you differently. You know, if I had a really horrible mom or dad, they'd be like,
对啊
or whatever.
还好现在没有，还好。
Yeah, like we're lucky. 我很幸运 here. We have good ones. They're all right. They're all right.
对啊。
对啊 I talked to my dad about a 很深的主题 yesterday. Did you hear it?
什么主
Did you hear
题？
it?
是跟公司有关系吗？
那不是公司的，这是神。No, 不是。
Really?
这是 like 生活的。He said to me, because he had the 3 mini strokes.
Yeah.
Right. And he said, the only thing, because he's not religious, he said, the only thing was not about death is the fear of it, right? And specifically, it's the fear of the unknown. Like, 你不知道。
对，就是你不知道会发生什么。Yeah.
你在哪里？
Yeah.
你去哪里？ Or nothing.
对。
And he said, do you know what? When I had those mini strokes, I lost control of the whole right side of my body. And I couldn't move it. And I fell to the floor. And I could look up. And I could see people buzzing around me and noises and, all these kind of doctors and whatever it was. I couldn't move though.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, this is it. I'm going to die.
真的。
And he said I had a 后悔. And the whole way was for him, are my children going to be able to get access to all of the stuff that I've left them? Like on my computer, in my will, all the documents that I'm going to pass to them. Will they be able to do that? And I wish I had sorted that out.
Wow.
For them.
好深哦 Wow 真的吗？
真的。
我没有听到这些耶。
And he said, but I wasn't scared. It was peaceful. He said it was weirdly peaceful during that time where he had a stroke and he was just laying there helpless, not being able to move, thinking, I'm going to die. He said he felt strangely herping.
真的？
对呀，然后
他不怕吗？
No.
他没有怕。
He thought he would be scared, but
yeah.
he felt really peaceful and he thought, okay, if this is it, this is okay. I'm okay with this. And he said that, so he said, if that gives you any, to me, he said, if that gives you any comfort to know that
他还好，他不觉得痛。
when you die,
yeah.
as long as it's not in a horrible way,
yeah.
cancer or something awful, it seems quite peaceful.
哇，很多人都说
I've heard it before. Yeah.
很多人都说，当他们在快要濒临死亡
On their
around
bed, yeah.
at the age of it， 就是没有到很可怕，他们都是觉得很 peace。
Yeah.
但是 like 我们没有 experience 的人会觉得那是很可怕的东西。
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And so he said, you know, because he's not religious, he said he's, you know, he's almost jealous of people who do believe in that kind of stuff because they believe that there's something afterwards and they have this hope or the faith, this faith that something happens afterwards. Whereas he can't believe that that's true. So actually he just believes that you kind of go to sleep and that's it.
那他就是在医院，然后 woke up，他醒来之后，他是害怕吗？他的感觉是什么？
No, I think he was more worried about the results of his tests and what was going to happen. I think he was surprised that he was alive. He was surprised that he lived because he was, as I say, he thought this is the way I die now and this is it. And he decided to say his Ego Huawei was not getting all his affairs in order easily for me and Emily to sort through all his documents and stuff. So, but that was kind of comforting in a way.
真的吗？
For me, peace.
就是那种和平的感觉。
Yeah, because I initially think fear.
对，就是你对啊，我也是啊。
Just panic.
对，我也是，我也会这么觉得。
Yeah.
Maybe 是不一样的 way to die 是会给你不一样的感觉。
就是不一样 yeah. I mean, maybe, you know, maybe it's possible that Kara, I don't know, was that 你会告诉我 maybe the way, you know, the mini strokes caused some kind of chemical in his brain to relax.
对，是 comfort 你的
to
身体。
not to panic, just like
对
maybe part of the state of having a stroke or whatever it was, mini stroke. I suppose it depends what areas of the brain it affects or whatever, but obviously the movement.
对
But like if you're just laying there and I was that.
feel like baby 就感觉你好像是
Yeah.
baby 一样，就是什么东西都不能动，然后
I just can't
大家都在忙，
对
都在叫救护车。
But that was deep. And then he said he wanted to change the subject.
Oh, okay.
He said, well, who started this conversation? I said, you did. And he said, let's change the conversation. Let's change the subject.
Okay, 我记得
That's when you snap back in, is it?
我记得他说这句话。So 我以为你们在讲公司的事情。
Yeah, no, we spoke about business before that.
All right.
You know, he has small visions for the business, for his business and Emily's business. But
太好笑了。Okay, well. 这也是一个对啦，也对你来说，对我们这些孩子们来说，就是看着你的爸爸妈妈一定会老嘛，看着你的爸爸妈妈一定会有死掉的那一天。但是如果我们知道他们其实不是那么的 in pain， 或者他们不是害怕，其实会让我们当女儿儿子的会有一点点的 comfort， 会有点安慰的感觉。
Yeah.
就知道我的爸爸妈妈是和平的。
Peaceful, right?
睡觉了，他是
You hope that, yeah.
当然你不会希望，对啊，当然你不会希望你的爸爸妈妈是痛的。
Yeah, of course not. But it's to me. I have like a morbid curiosity in that kind of thing, and like I was asking Grandma about dementia.
对
And she's both part very aware because she's quite smart, really. As a person, she definitely was, but. So she's aware of that she has dementia and aware of certain situations, but then sometimes she's not.
对，
Like she
他就是有
talks
一点点
nonsense.
对，他就是有一点点我知道我在说什么，但是我又不知道我在说什么，就是那种 on and off 的
It's on and off,
感觉。
Like she was talking about the chairs being like 400 years old
对
and only £2.
对啊
And that she owns 6 flats in the apartment, in the apartment building.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then you wait for a little bit and you're like, do you know what you just said? And she was like, yeah. I was like, I said, what's dementia like, Grandma? And she said, it's helpful.
真的
She can get away with things.
他这么说
Yeah. Because she can intentionally pretend,
忘记
she can intentionally pretend that she's talking nonsense to get out of things. So she knows, she's like
她知
loose,
道。
like she knows about it.
对，他知道他有这个病。
Yeah, I mean, it obviously gets towards the end, it can get awful and terribly sad. And but I have a curiosity asking her about it, and like, you know, I'm very interested about it because we'll most of us will probably go that way, you know.
对啊，对啊，你会很好奇，就是他们在那个时候，他们到底在想什么？
Yeah.
像我的爸爸，他也是就是有头脑的手术，然后在那个之后，他变得就是不是他，所以他讲的东西全部都是以前的东西，都是他的 old generation 的东西。比如说他会讲一条路，中山路，但是他会说以前的，比如说南华路。他说我要骑车去那个南华路，然后我就说是中山路吗？他说那是南华路。我说可是现在没有南华路，现在是中山路，是新的名字是中山路。
You didn't argue with him.
就是就是我不知道嘛，因为那时候我还是年轻，就是我不知道，就是如果你的头脑有做过手术的话，他们会 live in the old time.
Okay.
所以他的所有的 memory 都是 old things.
Yeah.
然后他要去，我记得他还说他要去坐 steam train， 就是他有他的那个票，去 he had the ticket。 他说他现在一定要去坐火车。然后我就看着我妈妈，他说没有，他不需要去坐火车，但是他可能就是在活在那个他的 memory 里面。
Yeah, no, of course, yeah, because they connect to different things, don't they? Like they take the current situation, but your memory just trips off somewhere else to an older memory or something else. And it connects to the wrong connections, basically makes the wrong connections. But then I always wonder, like, do you know what you're saying is silly? Or do you really believe it? Or do you think you're saying something else? Like, do you think you're saying, oh, I bought those chairs actually about 20 years ago and they were only a couple of pounds because back then the money was different sort of thing. But actually what comes out of your mouth is those chairs are 400 years old and I paid £2 for them. Do you know what I mean? Is that what it's like, is it in your head? Is it different? Now the doctors can best guess, I guess, at that. And they can tell you like neurologically what's going on. But you can't tell me unless you're actually one of the people who's suffering with it, what it's like.
真的.
That's why I want to ask, because I'm like, what? So what are you? But I don't want to be cruel. I'm not trying to be cruel or anything, and I'm definitely not trying to be funny with them.
他们一定都是活在 living 的他们最喜欢的那个 life zone 里面。我自己觉得啦，因为我的爸爸他那时候就是也跟我讲说，他一直很想要找一个 plant，然后要 start a business， 他一直跟我的妈妈说他要 start a business， 所以他们有很多的吵架。然后我自己就在想说，为什么他会一直想要找 something to do and to start a new business？ 因为他自己已经有一个 factory， 他不需要。但是这个 factory 也是他的 business。He was an entrepreneur， 他也是自己慢慢的 pay the factory, pay the house from zero to the factory, right? 所以他也是，我觉得他就是 live in the wanting to build the business time. 所以他一直在找东西，说我可不可以做这个，我可不可以做那个。然后我的妈妈就说，你已经50岁60岁了，你太老了。他就说 no， 我不行，我一定要有一个自己的公司。这样子他就会自己就是活在自己 maybe 是他喜欢的时间吗？还是 maybe 在他的 peak time?
She's like living in the peak. Her best time.
His best time. 就是我也不太知道，但是我觉得就是他们就是比较来可怜，就是他们只能就是把这个回忆放在现在的 reality。那现在的 reality 的人就没有辦法 accept 他們的想法。
accept the situation.
對啊。
Was that? Maybe they don't want to accept their current situation. I don't know. But it's just super interesting. I don't know whether knowing those answers would be better for you, or whether just being ignorant of the answers and not knowing would be better. Maybe it'd be scarier. I feel like it's better knowing. I feel better now my dad has told me about that.
真的
Peace. Yeah. I feel better about it than...
所以你现在不会害怕？
Yeah, because, if I said to you, oh, he had a mini stroke, he couldn't move, one side of his body, my initial reaction is I'd be shitting my pants. I mean, I couldn't shit my pants, but or maybe I would involuntarily, but like, do you know what I mean? I'd be scared. I'd be scared.
一定的.
Can't move.
对啊.
Paralyzed. What? I'm scared. Oh my God, what's going on? And what's going on? I'd be, I'd imagine I'd be scared, but he's saying, no, actually it was peaceful. It's nice to know that. Hopefully it never happens.
对啊.
But it's nice to know that.
对.
Yeah, that's all.
今天的话题怎么突然变得 from weather to 好生
How did we get there? Yeah, like Shoal Tower and dementia, but we traveled all the way and it's been an hour.
Oh.
We traveled all the way here together. 一起从Shoal Tower到
motivation.
Language, hangouts.
对.
Energy, confidence.
对啊.
密集课, like intensive courses, all the way over here to dementia.
所以如果你现在可能 is facing some kind of discomfort during the studying, 我希望你们能够在hang on, 然后呢继续努力，继续的学习，因为 language isn't just 5 years or 10 years time, 它是一个 forever 的东西，就是你一定要学，你要活到老，学到老。如果你真的有这个 dedication, 你有这个 decision, 就是我要学这个东西，这个新的 skill, 这个新的 language, 你一定要有 grit, 你要坚持下去。
Oh, it's so important. We called an episode of our podcast Grit in just a couple of episodes ago, and we talked a hell of a lot about that. But grit is super important, and we have to show a lot of it ourselves in continuing Mandarin Monkey.
加油!
So yeah, listen, the podcast, this month in the last 30 days has hit over 36,000 downloads, 36,000 likes, 36,000 sort of listens. Downloads. So we're super appreciative. We're now closing in. We've overtaken last year by far. Right now, we're on target to double last year's listenership. So we're heading very comfortably towards 250,000 downloads this year so far, and we're super grateful to everybody who listens.
谢谢大家
who's been traveling with us on this journey. Through
谢谢你们
Yuyan, through Dongwen, but also through Shenghua, because we've been through a bunch, whilst recording this.
你们最棒
So thank you very much. If you do want to show support, you can do. You can come and join the Hangout group and practice your Dongwen, meet us, figure it out, join the book clubs. Mijiko, we do free lessons, private lessons, group lessons. Intensive courses.
没错
You can join them all, mandarinmonkey.com. If they've got any questions, where can they email?
你们可以写信到 chat@mandarinmonkey.com.
You certainly can. All of our social media is all over the place. So Mandarin_monkey, I think, Instagram and Twitter. You can let us know where you are, what you're doing when you listen to the podcast. And if not, just listen to the podcast and enjoy it.
对，
我们爱你们。
爱你们，谢谢你们收听，谢谢你们收看，我们下次再见，拜拜。
Bye.